bout, 10 rounds, Francisco de Jesus carrying the Brazilian flag. There you see him, a record of 20-0, 7 knockouts. He is the champion of Brazil, the South American champion, and he is ranked 6th in the world in the middleweight division. A classy boxer, and his opponent also undefeated, the 19-year-old Montrealer Matthew Hilton. There you see him. 15-0, 7 knockouts. Hilton, a very technically well-developed boxer for a 19-year-old. We have got a tremendous crowd in the Montreal Forum, over 12,000 to watch this one. They have come to see this bout as the first of the Hilton brothers goes international and fights a boxer ranked in the top 10. De Jesus, a good puncher, tremendous footwork, very intelligent. In order to beat him, you have to catch him. You have to go to him early. Many think that Matthew Hilton can do that sort of thing. His feeling is that there's no way that De Jesus can keep Matthew Hilton away from him for a 10-round distance. This is a very important fight for De Jesus. He is looking ahead to a super middleweight championship bout against Thomas Hearns. If he loses this, of course, that can go down the drain. So it is no win as far as De Jesus is concerned. For Hilton, of course, at the age of 19, a loss, if it is not a bad loss, won't be that much of a hindrance to his career, and certainly will be a very solid lesson for him. But he is not thinking about that. What Hilton is thinking about is that number 6 ranking in the world. There you see referee Guy Jutra, a top international referee, who will be the third man in the ring. Matthew Hilton, as a professional, 15-0. As a professional amateur, 121 fights, no defeats, and 109 of them, including his amateur career, have ended in knockouts. Clearly, he can punch. Round 1 underway here, scheduled for 10. At reach of De Jesus, he'll try to use the jab. He will try to prevent Hilton from moving in on him. A wild left hand thrown by Hilton. De Jesus fights out of the Ringside Gym in New York City now. As we mentioned, the champion of Brazil and the South American champion. He'll try to dominate this fight with a hit-and-run type attack. There's Hilton going to the midsection. And again, he scores. Many have thought in recent months that Matthew Hilton is the best of the brothers until the recent rapid development of his brother and the elder Dave Hilton Jr., who has been tremendous. And he is scoring very well here in this first round. De Jesus is 28 years of age. Hilton just 19. A good jab, and he is at a slip. It is a slip as registered by referee Guy Jutra with 30 seconds remaining in round number 1. And he has been on the attack from the opening bell here. Minute 15 seconds remaining in the round. So far, this has been Hilton's round. And that good left hook again. Now the jab, and this Hilton is giving De Jesus some problems here in the first round, and a good left hand again. Another left hand to the side of the head of De Jesus, and he misses with a wild left, but follows that up with a right hand. Now the jab, followed by the right. The jab again, and De Jesus appears to be in a bit of trouble here in the first round as Hilton continues to press to the attack. A very big round for Matthew Hilton. 25 seconds left in round number 1. De Jesus undefeated, as is Matthew Hilton. He has fought in the Olympics twice for Brazil. And Hilton comes into this one a 3-1 underdog. He certainly isn't fighting like it as we come to the end of round number 1. Many people question the judgment of Matthew's father, Dave Hilton Sr., in putting him in against an experienced boxer like De Jesus. But Hilton Sr. has been very, very careful with his sons. He has brought them along very slowly, very conservatively. And when you consider that, perhaps they felt that he had an opportunity here in this fight, despite the fact that hardly anybody gave Matthew a chance here against De Jesus. In the first round, Matthew very clearly a winner over De Jesus. We're in round number 2. It's scheduled for 10. Again, the left hook. De Jesus has not been able to make use of his defensive abilities, his boxing technique. Hilton has been on top of him through most of this fight. The question mark will be stamina. The ability of Matthew Hilton to carry this through 10 rounds if in fact he is forced to do so. Jab of Matthew Hilton. Again, the combination. Light jab from De Jesus, who has not landed very much so far. Minute and a quarter remaining in round number 2. Hilton continues to stalk his opponent. He knew he had to put the pressure on if he was to be able to beat the defensive abilities of De Jesus, and he is continuing with an unrelenting pressure. But again, Hilton has thrown all of the punches here, and the fear would be that he punches himself out. Hilton says he has trained for a 10-rounder. But at the same time, he's thrown a lot of punches already. .30 seconds left in round 2. It's been all Hilton. Good left hand, and that spun De Jesus back. And the end of round 2. Hilton on the second round. See the combinations he's been throwing, and he's been scoring regularly on De Jesus, who seems to be content to just sit back. There you see Francisco De Jesus, the South American champion, who is down in this fight early to Matthew Hilton. Round 3. Jesus leads off with a jab, scoring on Hilton. Jesus has knocked out 7 of his 20 opponents. Chest area of Jesus. Now we're going to go at each other a little bit as Jesus appearing to want to mix it up a little more here in the 3rd round than he did in the first 2 rounds, which were clearly won by Hilton. Now he's taking advantage of the reach. Jesus is not showing the movement side to side that I expected of him in this fight. He has basically fought a straight ahead fight. He's not moved away from Hilton. Hilton's been able to come straight at him. That's the midway point of the third round. Hilton continues to be the aggressor. Ducking under that jab. He's trying to stay away from the reach if he can. Feeding him to the punch quite often. And there he's got him staggered a little bit with that sequence. Then the left hand there. And now De Jesus in a bit of trouble here in the third round. Hilton felt that he had to take him out. He's going to try and take him out early if he can. And he's obviously fought that kind of a fight. Somewhere along the line, if he fails to, he's going to have to take a rest here. 25 seconds left in round number 3. Good, solid right hand, and the crowd is standing here at the Montreal Forum as he pushes De Jesus up against the ropes with 10 seconds left in round 3. Continuing to stalk his opponent is Matthew Hilton. An impressive showing here from the young 19-year-old middleweight. End of round 3. CTV's coverage of boxing from the Montreal Forum continues in just a moment. The one thing, there are a number of things that they list as the strengths of Matthew Hilton is his tremendous desire to win. He has that ability to reach back, and although perhaps tiring, he may be able to withstand even that problem against De Jesus. Hilton misses with the uppercut. Jesus slipped momentarily. This combination, and again he's got De Jesus back on his heels. Faked the right hand through the left and scored. Well, the so-called experts are somewhat, I'm sure, shocked at this performance so far. They did not give, even in the local papers, the hometown boy much of a chance against De Jesus. The fight is far from over, but it has been all Matthew Hilton so far, and we're in the 5th round. And if this goes through this round, the way it's gone so far, De Jesus is going to have to be looking for a knockout. Minute 15 left in round number 5. This is going 10 or less. Again, it's Hilton carrying on with what he has been doing for 5 rounds now, and that is go to the attack. 55 seconds left in round 5. Over 12,000 people at the Montreal Forum to see this bout. And they are, so far, very pleased with what they're seeing. One of the city's favorites. "25 seconds left in round number 5. Jesus is landing a bit better here in this round, but he is still not winning the round. He has not been able to hold off Hilton. End of round 5. Here's Matthew on the attack near the beginning of the round, and he opened this one the way he's done it throughout this fight, going on the attack and really winning the round very early, as he immediately sent De Jesus back on his heels. Round number 6. I'm Ron Roush for CTV's Wide World of Sports. We're at the Montreal Forum. This very important international middleweight bout. Francisco De Jesus, South American champion, champion of Brazil, undefeated, against Matthew Hilton, just 19 years of age, undefeated with 15 victories, and he's again on the attack. Clearly winning this fight and upsetting the odds makers who listed him at 3-to-1 underdog, at 1.5-to-1 underdog, but he continues to carry it to De Jesus. When this fight was signed, it was listed by the odds makers at 5-to-1 favor De Jesus, but it narrowed down to 3-to-1, but still not too many. We're confident that Matthew Hilton could handle this opponent. And we're getting to the point where De Jesus is going to have to start looking for a knockout. Hilton is just carrying it, continues to carry the fight. Didn't score with that, as De Jesus managed to block most of the combination thrown. There's a good solid left hand again thrown by Matthew Hilton. And he is showing no sign of weariness. We're in the 6th round. De Jesus forcing Hilton to miss. It still carries on. He's still on the attack. He's still forcing De Jesus back, and he gets him down. That is a knockdown. He'll take the 8 count from referee Guy Jutra. In the 6th round, near the 2:10 mark, and Hilton's on the attack now against De Jesus. Hilton looking to finish this one off in the 6th round if he can. 35 seconds left in the round. And Hilton again. Right hand followed by a couple of lefts, and now he's on the attack near the ropes. And Hilton, 20 seconds left in the round. You hear the chant in the forum from 12,000 fans. Matthew. Jesus hanging on here in the 6th round. And there's the bell to end round number 6. Another round for Matthew Hilton. Here's the knockdown punch coming up now. He led with the left hand, followed with a right, and knocked him to his knees. Immediately back on his feet, but De Jesus was hurt in that round for the first time. We'll be back with more coverage on the Wide World of Sports in just a moment. Jesus must be as shocked as everyone else in the Montreal Forum at the way this fight has gone. Everyone, perhaps with the exception of Dave Hilton Sr., who allowed this fight to take place, thinking that his boy was ready, the youngest boxer of the family, being the one to get the first big fight. We're in round 7 now. And if De Jesus was looking for Hilton to tire, he is going to have to wait much longer. And it would appear far too long. And And the price, apparently, that Jesus has paid for the punches he has absorbed through 6 rounds is beginning to tell on Jesus. Jesus still moving well in the ring. Hilton continuing to stalk him. Midway through the 7th round. Uppercut to the heart area. Caution from referee Guy Jutras to keep it up. Keep the hands up. Jabs by Jesus, but again, Hilton comes back and continuing to just carry it to Jesus. And again, that left hand into Jesus is in trouble. Jesus coming off the ropes takes a right hand, followed by a left that was blocked. The left again misses, and now he's on the run. And the referee separates them. A dominating performance by Matthew Hilton here. 7th round of a scheduled 10-rounder, 20 seconds remaining in the round. The end of round 7. Big left hand coming here. There it is by Matthew Hilton on the replay. And that started that flurry, which again led to a near knockdown in the 7th round. And Francisco de Jesus, after 7 rounds of this bout, has taken a lot of punishment from Matthew Hilton. There's Matthew Hilton. What an effort he has given.
McCrory of Detroit seeks to hold on to a world
back. Continues to put the pressure on. Wild punch missed. Matthew wound up in the corner in the crossbucket. And it would appear now, although he takes a good solid left hand there, and another left hand, but they're just going to exchange them now. And there's a good right hand thrown by Matthew Hilton. Good flurry there for de Jesus, his best of the fight. Minute and a half into the 8th round. Danger for Matthew Hilton now is to get impatient, leave himself open. De Jesus to go for the knockout punch. At this point, Matthew Hilton could practically run the rest of the fight and win it. On the scoring through the first 7 rounds. This is the best round of the fight for de Jesus. Matthew throws that right hand. Jesus starting to score now. And it could be that we're seeing a wearied Matthew Hilton. I'm sure much later than de Jesus thought it would be. It's been an excellent fight, certainly for Matthew Hilton. Fans like what they're seeing. De Jesus knocked down in the 6th round on a left-right combination. There's a hard left hand thrown by de Jesus right at the bell. Right at the bell, here's the punch as the mouthpiece went flying, the left hand by de Jesus. And that was clearly his best round. Jesus, a stronger-looking fighter in the 8th round. And I'm sure the instruction in the Hilton corner was, let's just play this one out. It's not apparently in the cards. There's Hilton back at it again, going on the attack against De Jesus. Unrelenting attack by Matthew Hilton. Just 19 years of age, showing all of the skills that are well learned as a preteen through 106 amateur fights. Through his 15-fight professional career. That's a punch that was low on De Jesus. No damage. Hilton now a wild left followed by a right. And the accuracy of Hilton's punches not what it was back in the earlier rounds, with a minute and a half left now in round 9. This is set to go 10. Dave Hilton.
Those individual disciplines in one ride.
Final minute of the 9th round. Hilton just continues to stalk De Jesus, and there's just been no real opening for him. His only round was the last round, and Hilton's right back, and he's winning this round. Hilton said, I've trained for 10 rounds. This is not a situation where I'm going to try and take him out in 5 and hope for the best if I don't. And he is basically been strong throughout this fight. 15 seconds left in the 9th round. And Jesus coming on a bit here. Every time he tries to, Hilton's back. And there it is, end of round 9. De Jesus' most effective weapon in this game has been the jab. He has tried many times. He has not been too effective with it simply because Matthew has countered from it very well. And there you see the counter and how it has worked for Matthew Hilton. And we now are set for the 10th and final round. All Matthew Hilton has to do is survive this round, and he's got the bout. And it'll be up to the people who set the rankings then. Put Matthew Hilton into the top 10. De Jesus ranked number 7 on the WBA list, the latest ratings which came out last week, and 6th on the WBC list. The impressive nature of this fight would cause one to think that Matthew Hilton should just replace De Jesus in that position. Again, left hand, and he staggers De Jesus. Two minutes left in the bout. All Matthew Hilton. And Matthew low with that. Good combination again. Left hook scored. Hilton has mixed his attack. He has gone to the body, gone to the head. And the left has been a very effective weapon. Go to the body with the right, follow with the left. Past the midway mark of the 10th round. This the final round of the fight. Hilton has carried it the distance. He slipped there. Jesus continues to look for an opening that has not been there for him. On our card, he has won just one round. Jesus now trying to set up Hilton. He can, but Hilton continues to carry it in. 40 seconds left. And it's still Hilton. Hilton still carrying on. 20 seconds left. Still aggressive. Into the final 10 seconds now. De Jesus cannot knock out his opponent in this fight. And Hilton, right to the final bell, is going to carry it to De Jesus. The fans are standing here in the Montreal Forum, 12,100 of them. They sense an upset victory for young Matthew Hilton. Well, there wasn't much doubt. One judge scored it a clear shutout, 100-90, all 10 rounds to Matthew Hilton.
Coming up next,